letting you in. Take a look at you and start to lose my balance. What am I falling into? This feels like something new. I've seen a lot of views, but they were nothing like this. The way you do what you do, I think you're something brand new.
For those that knew Anna, and for those that have in any way come across her legacy in the form of this scholarship, you will know how important this is, not just to the industry, but to all those either connected with her or connected to the wider sector. And it is an absolute pleasure to be talking about this on this stage today. An honor to be talking about it. So to explain more and also to introduce you to this year's recipients, please welcome the former CEO of ESB and former president of Eurelectric, ladies and gentlemen, Pat O'Doherty. Thanks, Pat. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody, and this is indeed a very special award. The 8th annual Anna Aguardo Award. Now, who was Anna? Anna was an industry professional of over 20 years who led at the very highest level of the organizations which represent our industry, and she passed away sadly in 2016. And this award is to honor her memory and her legacy by her friends. It's offered annually to 2 students. And it's a partnership between EDSO, the organization she serves so well, EDSO, the European Network of TSOs, Eurelectric, and the Florence School of Regulation. And Anna was really special in her interest in young people and particularly in students. And if you think about our industry, so what do? We invest for generations to come. So our industry truly spans generations. It's over 100 years old. We must attract the best talent and the creative minds to solve the big problems that we've been talking about for the last day and a half. And Anna Aguardo truly understood this. And this is her legacy. She gave great time to students. So students are invited to submit a short being the key word in this, a short essay. And as we all know, it's harder to write a short essay than it is to write a long essay. And the topic that the students had to address this year was that if we miss the 2030 targets, can we still achieve 2050? So that's what they had to submit an essay on. And the prizes, there were 2 winners, and the prizes are fully funded by the representative organizations, the partner organizations, a fully funded attendance at the Florence Summer School program on regulation of electricity utilities. So it's a great prize. And it is a great pleasure I have in inviting the winners of this year's Anna Aguardo Award to the stage to receive their awards. And they are Chiara Belforte and Antonin Koninix. So I'm going to give each of the recipients now a couple of minutes to just outline their thoughts. So,
thank you very much for having me. Thank you to Eurelectric and to EDSO and SOE and the Florence School of Regulation for this recognition, and also to you for welcoming us. Maybe I'll get right to the point. So my essay basically starts from the premise that I see climate change as a quite dramatic example of a very simple economic phenomenon being a market failure. So the excessive anthropogenic emissions that we emit into the atmosphere really is the result of basically the basic economic truism that economic actors aren't quite likely to take the negative effects of their behavior into account if they're not made accountable for them. And so therefore I think that we need to get the cost of emissions right. We need to make the polluter pay. Or in other words, we need to guide the invisible hand that guides the free market a little bit. And so to that effect, I advanced two policy solutions. So one being a economy-wide carbon price, being in the form of a carbon tax or a trading scheme or some hybrid approach. We can simply look at the EU ETS system, for example, to see how this can be done, how this can be effective as well. And the other side of that is also that we can no longer afford to artificially cheapen the use of fossil fuels. I think we should go well beyond that by now. And in the EU alone, I think we spend some 55 billion euros per year on fossil fuel subsidies before Russia's invasion of Ukraine. That more than doubled afterwards, understandably so, but they still must go. And then I delve into some issues on industrial and international competitiveness, also on the importance of ensuring a just and fair transition so that everyone gets along. So yeah, more than happy to discuss any of this in the break, so do come and find me, and thank you again.
Thank you, Mr. O'Doherty, for introducing us, and let me thank Euroelectric for this inspiring event and for hosting us, and a big thanks also to the Florence School of Regulation, EDSO, and ENSOE. So the question was, what if the EU misses the emission reduction targets set for 2030? Can we still reach net zero by 2050? And as we all agree, and as was stressed yesterday and this morning, urgency is key. We need to act now, start investing, and to do so, we need a clear and stable regulatory framework that allows for investment. But how to do so? And I think a key role is played by final consumers. Educating them, empowering them, and making them more engaged in the transition, I think, is crucial, because I believe that informed consumers can really drive demand. On the individual side, by engaging in individual behavior, but also collectively, they can influence policymaking by holding both regulators and legislators accountable. And a second tool I think we have is the repurposing of already existing infrastructure and the optimizations of resources we already have. For instance, transforming old gas storage facilities into CCS solutions can help not only reduce the carbon footprint of already existing facilities, but it can also speed up the decarbonization process of hard-to-abate sectors. And so, yes, these were my ideas in a nutshell, and happy to discuss them later with you. Thank you.
So as I said, attracting the brightest and the most creative minds to help us solve our really big problems is a big challenge for us, and maintaining the relevance of our industry. So we're in good hands, as you can see. So I'm going to make the awards now formally, so thank you.
Don't we? We need an absolute photograph here. Do you want to come in as well, Pat? Fabulous. I'll get out the way. Right, ladies and gentlemen, a big hand for our winners here.